Every day when we open the gates and hundreds of people show up, it's my new best day ever.
There's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of really organic curiosity.
Of course, it feels great when it's the food that you've grown yourself with your friends.
I honestly think that for those people who claim not to be interested in this sort of thing, they just don't know.
In the heart of San Francisco, encompassed by traffic and asphalt, lies Hayes Valley Farm, an example of the possibilities of urban agriculture. Hayes Valley Farm produces a number of fruits, vegetables, and beneficial flowers, but it wasn't long ago that this property looked very different.
The soil that you're standing on now used to be the off-ramp that was kind of the spillway from the Central Freeway as it left Octavia Street for, I think, about 5 decades. But in 1989, during the Loma Prieta earthquake, the double-deck portion of the Central Freeway as it spilled out onto Octavia was damaged and had to be closed down, which means that for 21 years since that quake, most of this property had been going fallow and just having ivy growing all over it and eucalyptus trees and these sort of things.
The neighborhood rallied to try to clean up the neighborhood as the freeway stood, partially deconstructed and partially just crumbling on the old Octavia Boulevard. So seated by the Mayor's Office of Economic and Workforce Development, a group of educators, activists, artists, designers, and city planners get together and design a farm on an old freeway.
The challenge for this group of would-be urban farmers was how to take a former freeway and develop it into a productive farm.
This site was concrete, pavement, infill, and then about 3 inches of topsoil formed by ivy. For the first 9 months, pretty much all that our focus has been on, not on necessarily growing food, but on growing soil.
With nothing but an invasive species of ivy growing all over this property, the fundamental question was, how do you take nutrient-poor soil and turn it into nutrient-rich soil so that you can grow food? And the answer is in what I call sheet mulching.
Sheet mulching is a gardening method that mimics the natural process of soil making. The ivy is covered with a layer of cardboard, which is then covered with another layer of horse manure, and covered again with another layer of landscape mulch. With water and a daily turning, these layers form nutrient-rich soil in just a few weeks. Hayes Valley Farm is reaching out to the community to help build a space where everyone can participate, build memories, and learn about sustainable urban agriculture.
And I think a lot of times within urban environments, we are daunted or intimidated by the idea of growing our own food, because that can only happen like out in rural environments, and you have to be a farmer to farm.
It's been amazing to see the progress. The wall and the plants and the fava beans growing out of the berms, and just seeing the fact that there's a lot of people out today just feels great.
Every day that I'm here, I learn something new about how to remediate the urban landscape. And I mean, ultimately, I really believe that we can transform our cities into sustainable spaces.
Great to work with people doing this. It's hands-on. It's not, there aren't machines to do this work, so you do feel like this common bond that we're here to make a difference.
This whole thing is about working together, working with the community. And everything that we're doing now is because a lot of people wanted to do it.
There's a lot that can be done, and there's a lot of people here that can teach you how to do it.